Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Mike with Apple Informed. Welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk about how I am getting kind of bored with my iPhone XS Max. Now, before you dislike and leave a nasty comment, hear me out. I just want to explain to you why I think I'm getting bored with this new iPhone. This really never happens to me. Usually whenever Apple comes out with a brand new iPhone, I'm using it for at least 3 or 4 months before I start to get super bored and just, the phone kind of blends into my everyday life. But here, just a few weeks after the iPhone XS Max came out, I'm already kind of getting bored of it and it's just kind of blending in to my everyday life. So I want to talk about that in this video and possibly why this happened. So really, the iPhone XS didn't introduce any major big changes like we've seen even with previous S upgrades for previous iPhones. So let's go through a brief history. When we went from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 6S, we had a 3D touch, a much better camera, a more solid body, a different color, rose gold, and a lot of big changes to the iPhone. It looked the same, but inside and some of the new features that they introduced really made the phone a substantial upgrade. Then from the 6S to the 7, we got the dual camera on the iPhone 7 Plus, which was a huge upgrade because it allowed for the new portrait mode and optical zoom in photos. And then coming from, of course, the iPhone 7 to the iPhone 10, we got this insane redesign on the iPhone 10. It was only available in one size, but this was the biggest change to iPhone that we had ever seen in a while. And then when we went from the iPhone 10 to the iPhone XS, there wasn't that one big feature that everyone was talking about. So with the iPhone 3GS, for example, the phone had a compass, it could record video, it was a lot faster. With the iPhone 4S, we had Siri. With the iPhone 5S, for security, we had the fingerprint scanner. For the iPhone 6S, we had 3D touch. And then there wasn't really an S model after the iPhone 6S until the iPhone XS. And there isn't really that highlight feature of this phone, and I think that's one of the contributing factors to why I'm getting a little bit bored with this phone. Now, you could argue that inside the camera and the portrait mode and being able to change the f-stop and change the blurriness of the background is a pretty big feature, and it is. And the camera on this phone has an unbelievable new sensor, and the photos this thing can take is unbelievable, especially with the dynamic range. But really, that doesn't feel like as big of a change to me as some of the other S-year model upgrades. So yes, they did add a new gold color and they did add a new size, but I think Apple didn't do that good of a job and they kind of missed an opportunity to really build on a great phone. So yes, this phone is not built for people coming from the iPhone 10 like I was. This phone is of course built for people who are coming from like the iPhone 6S or the iPhone 7 who are on a 2-year contract or just haven't upgraded their phone recently. So for those people, this phone is fantastic. It builds on the great base that the iPhone 10 had already built. But for me, being a tech YouTuber, how I get the new iPhone every year, it just doesn't have that highlight feature that really makes the iPhone stand out and makes it exciting for a few months after the initial release. The bigger size is pretty substantial. It does feel like a different phone when you're holding it in your hand, especially coming from this tiny iPhone 10. It feels so small in my hand now. But since I was using an iPhone 8 Plus also when that came out, the size was pretty identical to the iPhone XS Max. So I'm used to holding a phone this size, this substantial in my hand, so it doesn't really feel like anything new. I do like the huge size phone with the big screen with the stainless steel because you didn't get stainless steel on the 8 Plus. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much, I think, why I'm getting bored with the iPhone XS Max. And I know that you guys are going to comment below that I sound spoiled, I'm like a rich kid or something. Just don't comment that because I understand that this is an expensive phone and I'm complaining. I love this phone. I am going to make more videos on this channel talking about parts of this phone that I do love. But I just want to be honest with you guys. I think Apple could have done a little bit more with this year's iPhone, and I just want to explain to you guys why I am getting a little bit bored of this phone just a few weeks after release. So if you guys agree or if you disagree, you can tell me, of course, as you all will in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael with Apple Informed. I'll see you in the next video.